friends, welcome back to my kitchen. Come on in. Tonight's dinner, shrimp and grits, the butter lover way. So pour yourself a glass of wine and follow me. Let's go over our ingredients. We have red bell pepper, shallot, garlic. We have some heavy cream here, some flour, white cheddar cheese, butter of course, some very tasty Chardonnay, bacon, better than bouillon, beef and chicken flavor. And if you don't have the Charleston style stone ground grits, regular old-fashioned Quaker grits will do. These are very good as well. And not appearing here is my shrimp, which is in the sink. You can use frozen shrimp, raw shrimp, fresh shrimp, little shrimp, big shrimp, whatever your fancy. I mean, no shrimp, doesn't matter, it's gonna be good. Quickly, I will flash the recipe card on the screen for you. Alrighty. So we're gonna start with the grits today because we are using stone ground grits and they do take longer. If I were using the Quaker old-fashioned grits, I'd probably start with the wine broth reduction. So keep that in mind, depends on what kind of grits you're using. These take a while, so let's get started. All right, so I went ahead and got my wine and broth reduction started. I've got 1 cup of chicken stock already in here with 1 cup of buttery Chardonnay. And I'm just now getting another cup of water out of the microwave to do the beef flavor better than bouillon. I usually microwave the water first just to get let this dissolve. Now the instructions to the stone ground grits say to let these simmer and stir them uncovered for 30 to 40 minutes, which is why we started with them, because they do take a while. I'm gonna add a little more water to my grits. Cut up bacon. I've got 4 strips of bacon here sliced up. We're gonna put those in the pan and get those browning. Gotta have bacon. Unless you're a vegetarian or you don't eat pork. Turkey bacon? Already took the liberty of cutting up some red bell peppers and shallots. Use a kind of a special technique for garlic. I use a grater to get it nice and fine. Our broth wine reduction is starting to simmer, so I'm going to turn that down a bit. Now you can use whatever kind of cheese that you would like. I personally recommend white cheddar. You can start with shredded cheese, you can shred your own cheese, or you can do what I'm going to do and just cut some off, cut it into little pieces, and whisk it in until it melts. Alright, at this time my grits have been going for about 25 minutes. This pot is full and it keeps spattering out of the pot, so I'm gonna add a lid. Don't tell my mom. Just kidding, she's probably watching. We're gonna remove the bacon from the pan and set it aside, but we're gonna keep the bacon grease in the pan. Now I'm going to add my diced red bell pepper, shallot, and garlic. I hope your kitchen smells as good as mine right now. At this point, our veggies are looking nice and tender. They smell very good, very fragrant. So, let's add some butter. That's what we want. All right, now let's add a little bit of flour. We are using heavy cream tonight. It needs a little less flour to be thick. flour cook some before adding our broth. And the last thing we're going to add is the shrimp, the actual shrimp. And then add our bacon back. This is a lot of grits. I'm going to have a lot of leftovers. Cheers. Show you what we're... Now I want that to get nice and hot. I want my bacon to cook a little more and sort of just meld all these flavors together before deglazing. Turn that off. Right in there. Let's give it a stir. Let those flavors marry. Let's add cheese to our grits. I just cut it into like smaller cubes. So I'm just gonna dump it in and let it sit there for a second before whisking it in. Just like let it get a little softer. Now we're gonna add our heavy cream. I highly suggest that you taste this before adding any additional salt. Sometimes I will add crushed red pepper to the broth and wine reduction while that reduces, and then just strain it out when I add it back into the pan, just so it gets that kick from the crushed red pepper, but nobody's gonna bite into it. Same thing with the grits. You're gonna wanna taste them before you add any extra salt, because we did use the Better Than Bouillon chicken base. We do want this to come to a simmer, and then I'm gonna add the shrimp, but first I'm gonna taste it, because I wanna make sure that it is seasoned the way I would like it to before adding the raw shrimp. So good, you guys. You're gonna love it. Just put it down and show you what it's looking like so you get a nice good close up. Lovely. This is what we're looking at. Nice and creamy, nice and thick. Let's add our shrimp. Let's make plates. Let's get a bite. So good. I truly hope that your shrimp and grits turned out as good as mine, or better. Thank you for watching.